Hello, welcome to my channel. In this episode, I will be reviewing for you an African violet called N-Neytiri. N is a prefix that stands for the hybridizer's name, Nadezhda Berdnikova. She is the author of Russian hybrids, mostly miniatures. She lives in Moscow, Russia. N-Neytiri was released in 2016. It is a sport of another hybrid by the same hybridizer, Nadezhda Berdnikova, called N-Avatar. And the difference between those two hybrids is in the color of the bell-shaped blooms. N-Avatar has blue-colored blooms, and N-Neytiri, a sport of N-Avatar, has white-colored blooms. And sometimes they have blue in them as well, and the official description says that they are blue and white. I received this plant from a fellow African violet enthusiast a few months ago in May of 2020. N-Neytiri is a miniature variety with elongated, pointed, light green leaves, and it has golden crown variegation. African violet miniatures grow up to 6 inches in diameter of the rosette across a single crown. This is a very young plant, and at this point it has reached 5 inches across. Normally, miniatures need no more than a 2-inch pot, and I'm growing it in a slightly larger pot at 2.5 inches, I believe this pot is. And so it's growing a little larger. This plant is in the middle of its first blooming cycle, and I'm very impressed with the amount of blooms and the beautiful look of the bell-shaped flowers. It's a very special hybrid. The flowers of N-Neytiri are described as simple, narrow blue and white bells, and the bells do not open. And as I mentioned, in my growing environment, they don't have any blue color in them, and maybe it's just because it's the first blooming cycle, so I will see how it blooms and if it has any blue color in the next blooming cycles. They are about 1 inch tall, and here they are in comparison to a dime coin. They're good sized blooms for a miniature variety. The bloom stalks are tall, and most of them stand tall, and some of them kind of cascade down, so it creates a very beautiful look, like a little bouquet of blooms. I'm growing this plant under a combination of LED and natural light on the west-facing window, and the temperature in my growing environment ranges from 65 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter all the way up to 79 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, and so we are at the maximum of 79 Fahrenheit right now, and the humidity is at 55%. It grows on a wick, and I spoke about wicking African violets, the method that I use, in one of my videos that I had posted earlier this year. So check it out if you'd like to see how I wick water my African violets. And it grows with plain water in the wicking reservoir and some fertilizer added to it, and I'm using 2 types of fertilizer alternatively or interchangeably. Sometimes I use the Dynagrow liquid plant food at 7:9:5 ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and I add 1/4 teaspoon per gallon of water of this fertilizer. And sometimes I use Jack's Classic all-purpose fertilizer at 20-20-20 NPK ratio, and I add 1/8 teaspoon per gallon of water of Jack's. So here it is again, N-Neytiri by Nadezhda Berdnikova. I hope you like it as much as I do. I really enjoy this variety. It's very special. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay safe and be well. And if you'd like to stay tuned for my future videos, please subscribe